Nice throw!
Hello, and welcome back to another redstone video. This time I made bowling in Minecraft. It has almost all the features real bowling alleys have, and I tried to make it as survival friendly as possible if you want to make it on a server with friends. But before we start, I want to thank you for the support on the last video. I never expected it to get as many views as it did, and it gives me motivation to keep making better videos in the future. With that being said, let's get started. When throwing an item on the glass panes, it gets launched by the slime blocks onto the alley. The bulbs above represent the pins and show which ones you've got. Then, by pressing this button, the track resets itself for the next player, and gives you the bowling balls back. If you miss really badly, the ball will slide into the hoppers on the sides, not scoring you any points. By removing all the decorations, we can see the redstone much more clearly. The machine may look complicated, but I will explain how it works and how to build it step by step. This is the lever that starts the system. It simply makes the slime block launcher start. With this observer clock to make the piston move. But there is a problem. If the track is made entirely of packed ice, the ball always misses the first row of bulbs. This is why I put normal blocks on the first and third row of the track, but you can change it to your liking to tweak the game's difficulty and fairness. The purple wires are the ones who read the back row on the bulbs and send it to the screen. Same for the magenta wires, they read the front 4 bulbs but send it to the screen in a different way. It separates the 4 wires to 2 pairs and then loops one around to send it to the right bulb on the screen. When first pressing the reset button, it moves down this barrier like in a real bowling alley to ensure no more balls go through while it resets. At the same time, this piston activates, making this hopper minecart go under the bulbs to collect the balls. The items from the hopper minecart go to this auto dispenser and move right back to the player through this return station, which I made to look like real ones. The last thing the reset button does is sending a signal to the gray circuit, which resets all the copper bulbs and the screen. That's basically how this machine works. Now, if you want to build it for yourself, let's start with a tutorial. You will want to start by making a platform out of packed ice, 4 blocks wide and 10 blocks long. Then, replace the first and third row of the track with normal blocks. Go to the other end of the track and place 4 blocks 1 block below the track, and 8 copper bulbs next to them. Next to the copper bulbs, place hoppers like this and then a line going all the way across. And repeat on the other side. Place wooden pressure plates on top of the bulbs, and 4 blocks behind them. At the start of the track, place 4 slime blocks with a sticky piston pointing to then 1 block away. Behind the piston, place 3 blocks like this with redstone dust on this one. Then place on observer pointing into this block and another pointing away from it above. And then a sticky piston pointing to the second observer. Next to the piston, place a block with a lever on it. This is the on and off lever. Place 6 immovable blocks in these spots next to the slime blocks. Then 2 pillars of blocks on top with glass panes connecting them. On top of the hopper lines, place fences on both sides. Now under the bulbs, place 8 blocks like this and extend it by 2 blocks on this side and 1 on the other. Place 2 hoppers like this next to the blocks. And then place rails on top of the platform just like this. Replace the rail on this hopper with a powered rail. Go under the platform here and place 2 levers. Going off the rails, place a block here with a sticky piston pointing to it. And then 2 blocks with a torch and a repeater on top, and then place the hopper minecart here. Back to the start, place 2 blocks with a button. Behind them, place blocks like this. And continue the line going all the way to the piston with the last block is next to it. Then place redstone on top of all the blocks with a repeater 2 blocks from the end. Place a block on top of the piston with redstone on top and another next to it with more redstone. Next, place a redstone glass tower going 6 blocks up. At the end of it, place blocks like this, with one more glass at the end. On top place a repeater, then redstone. At the end place 3 blocks with an observer like this and 2 more off it. Then a repeater, a block and redstone dust. Place 2 sticky pistons here and 4 slime blocks under. Under the slime blocks place any trapdoor of your choosing. Now when pressing the button you see the blocker works. Now for the bulb detection, place 3 blocks behind each bulb like this, and comparators on top. On the blocks place redstone torches. And continue the redstone torch towers going 3 more blocks. From the top torches place observers and 2 blocks on top of each one. Then, make stairs going up 4 blocks. And repeat 3 more times. On top of the blocks place lines of alternating powered and activator rails. If your rails get messed up you can just fix it like this. At the end place 4 observers, and a 4x4 platform behind them. Continue the rail lines. And don't forget to fix them. Place 4 more observers at the back, and 2 blocks with a repeater for each one. Go under the blocks and place your screen. Now to detect the front 4 bulbs, place 2 blocks and a comparator for each one. In front of the blocks place note blocks, and observers going off them. Behind the observers place a 6-block long line, with 2 repeaters going from the middle, 2 observers, and 2 powered rails on each side. Then place blocks like this, with activator rails on top. Now place 4 blocks in a staircase like this, and continue the rails. On top of the rails place 2 observers, 2 blocks, and then 2 sticky pistons. On the pistons place a block and an observer like this. Off the observer place a block like this, then another observer. Place a block between them like this and activator rails on top. From the screen place 4 blocks, then 4 observers. Behind the observers place a 2x4 platform, with rails on top like this. From this observer place 2 blocks like this with rails on top connecting them. Then place an observer from this rail and 2 redstone behind. Repeat the same thing for the other side. Now, both bulb screens are connected, and will display the same thing. For bulb reset, place note blocks under here with sticky pistons and blocks. Create a 2x4 platform, 2 blocks under these blocks. Then place repeaters and redstone like this. Create another platform with more repeaters. Then, blocks going off of them with sticky pistons and observers. Repeat the same thing for the other side but mirrored. Then connect both sides with a line. And make sure these blocks are one below. Put redstone on top. Then place 2 blocks next to this piston like this and an observer at the end with redstone on top. Place 2 blocks here and redstone on top of them. Next, place 4 immovable blocks here and extend the floor to your liking. Place a dropper under this hopper. Then a target block with this circuit connecting it. Place packed ice under the dropper, then 7 normal blocks, another packed ice and 3 more normal blocks. Encase the line from both sides. Place water next to the dispenser and a trapdoor at the second ice block. Close the line from above. 2 blocks from the end, place a dropper pointing up with 2 hoppers pointing to it. End the chute like this and place water after the trapdoor. Place a target block next to the dropper and make the same auto dispensing circuit. Extend the chute to the top. Place a rail here to stop the water, and make it go all the way to the top. Place blocks here to complete the chute. Now, every item that goes into the hopper minecart will travel back to the player. And that's it. The machine is done. You can decorate it as you'd like and play with friends, although I have a few more things to say. If you are using the same item for the bowling balls, you need to rename them to different names, else they will stack up. This machine replicates 90% of rules from real bowling, but there are a few exceptions. You can only knock 4 copper bulbs with 1 ball, which means you can't get a strike, but the best you can get is a spare. Also, there are only 8 pins, which means the maximum points you can get in a perfect game is 116. And that's it. Hope you have fun bowling. See ya.